Hey there, this is Bruce, and today I've got a game for you with the American cruiser Cleveland, which is at tier 6. I featured it before, but today I've got a game with mostly cruisers, which you don't see very often nowadays. Mostly games are filled with lots of destroyers and or lots of battleships, but today the enemy team only 2 battleships, 1 destroyer, the rest is cruisers. And let's jump right into the action. Both teams are engaging very quickly, and I'm under fire from various ships, I think, and now I'm quite literally on fire.
The ship is on fire.
So I'm turning back, and I'm not using my damage control party right away. I'm waiting a bit until I can make sure that I'm not under fire anymore, and then I use it, which is right now. Meanwhile, I'm shooting at this German cruiser, and I set him on fire once. He's now behind the island. He thinks he's safe, but with my shell arc I can still reach him. And bam, there's another fire. Since the immunity period for cruisers is very low when you use damage control, he's gonna burn for the whole duration now. And I can keep shooting him. He's not actually moving because he thinks he's safe, but really he isn't. And bam, another hit, another fire. So he's fired twice now and will burn for the full duration. So that's pretty cool. And since nobody's shooting at me anymore, I turn around, want to get into the action again, because the Cleveland does have a bit of a low range. Alright. Now, things calmed down a bit, at least for me, and I'm now moving towards the middle. This is a domination game, and, well, the mid base is still uncaptured, so I want to make sure our team gets that one. Also, several of the enemy cruisers are going there, so that also makes sure that I can get some nice engagements here. And really, the Cleveland, at least against other cruisers, you really want to be close, because the high shell arc, that might be nice to shoot over islands, it's not super great to actually hit something that's not stationary, because the shells are in the air for so long. So when you're close, you can really use these 12 guns of the Cleveland much more effectively. So now there's an enemy battleship, which could be dangerous to me, but I see that his guns are not pointed at me, so that's why I take some shots. I use HE. I have the demolition expert captain skill, so I'm hoping to get some fires here like I did before on that German cruiser, but there's no fire right now, and now I'm turning because the German cruiser shows up again. Oh, actually that last salvo did set him on fire. But now I want to focus on that cruiser here. He's almost stationary, he's close, and he presents his broadside, so that's a perfect opportunity to shoot him. I switch to AP, and bam, that's a nice salvo. 5,000 damage. No stutter, unfortunately, but that salvo here, yeah, should take him out. And there's another tier 6 Japanese cruiser, another AP shot. Bam! He's dead too, double kill. And there's yet another one, the Russian cruiser, tier 5, premium ship. He also wants some. Unlike the other guys, he's not actually presenting his broadside. Let's see whether that helps him. No, not really. Getting double citadel from the front, pretty much. So he's... There you see how amazing those guns of the Cleveland are at close range. So that Russian cruiser here shouldn't live too much longer, and indeed, there he goes. Several of the shells actually ricocheted, which you can see on the right with the detailed information about what your AP shells did, whether they penetrated, over-penetrated, or, well, some of those actually ricocheted because he angled pretty well. But yeah, that was just like 5 shells out of the 12 that I shot, and if just 2 make it in and the citadel, that's still a hell of a lot of damage. So I brought those guys down. That's 3 kills already, and now things calmed a bit down because, yeah, I sort of pacified the middle here. I can take the base now. Now I'm deciding where to go, and the enemies in the south, I noticed that several of them are hiding behind this island here, and I'm thinking, okay, why not surprise them, come from another direction, because they're all facing the front line in the south. They're not actually expecting someone to come from the north. So that's why I'm going in. Taking some HE shots over the island. Not too successful, but you know, gotta fire. But really I want to get close again. And here I see several cruisers which are damaged. So let's take those. I'm going in, I'm not going straight in, I'm trying to stay angled. If they shoot back, I have AP loaded, and bam, that first hit is already crippling, and now he doesn't have much in terms of HP left, and he goes down. He doesn't, right in this position he can't, he has to expose his broadside to someone. And there's the 5th kill already. That's the magic one, the Kraken heroic achievement, after less than 8 minutes. So that's pretty quick, and now I'm fast forwarding because there's not much left on the map here. Now I'm going north again. There's one cruiser and one battleship left. Let's see whether we can help those guys here. The cool thing here is that they were engaging someone on the other side, and if you come from behind, especially against battleships, this can be useful because you can't turn as quickly. So there you get a few free shots off usually. So that's what I do now. I shoot at the cruiser first, AP, but he's slightly angled, so that's well done by him. He's harder to hit. If I do hit him, it's harder to penetrate, so I don't make as much damage. And it looks like that cruiser is getting away, although he's under fire from others as well, so somebody else will probably pick him up. Oh no, that's me, okay, so the shells are in the air for like 10 seconds, but finally they reach him. And now there's only this battleship left, and that's the tier 6 Mexico. It's very well armored, so I didn't want to shoot AP here. There's probably won't make too much damage, so I use HE first, try to set him on fire, which I did. Use damage control, that means for the next few seconds he's immune to fire, but after that, if we set him on fire, he's gonna burn for quite a while. So let's do that. And meanwhile try to dodge some shots. Taking surprisingly little damage here. I should say that what I'm doing here, I'm only doing this because the battle is already won. This is the last enemy remaining, right? Usually this should be suicide going in against a battleship like this. But I have 5 kills already. I wanted to see. No, I have 6 kills already. Can I make it to 7? So that's why I'm engaging this guy so aggressively. Usually with this little HP I would stay away. Anyway, this guy's on fire at least once. I keep shooting, and basically every salvo of his I expect to die, but for some reason I'm still alive, and all the while I keep shooting him. Cleveland has a very high rate of fire, so HE spamming, very nice. I should also say maybe once he is on fire I should try and switch to AP, might make a bit more damage, but I stick to HE here, and I'm still alive. I don't know how many salvos he missed, but must be like still alive. Meanwhile I get the high caliber achievement, and I wrote there my amusement, and I guess I wasn't moving or evading in that moment, and that's when he caught me. So you really shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't write while trying to dodge somebody's shots. Anyway, I'm dead, but I'm confident my team should take him down. So that was it. Pretty quick battle, and yeah, mostly against cruisers, and overall this was 110,000 damage. We set lots of fires, but really a lot of the damage came from AP on close range against those other cruisers. We can see it here, actually the majority of the damage comes from armor-piercing shells, not from high explosive shells. And yeah, on close range you can really exploit these mighty guns of the Cleveland against other cruisers. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the game, and see you next time.